Welcome to the Culture Clash Comedy Podcast. I am Dan from the West.
I'm Shafi from the East.
Every week we got guests, we got headlines, we got stories, we got Patreon bonus episodes with topics that are too gross or disgusting or scary.
Or too fun.
Maybe
it's fun. Maybe it doesn't have to be any of those things that
or
Dan said.
like gore.
It's like
dismemberment.
fun.
Yeah.
It's like
fun.
things that you want money for. You know what I mean? Clashers, you get it.
Yeah.
We have been doing this for a year and we need money. All right. We look at the production value. What is this thing we got, Dan? What is this in the back?
It's bamboo.
It's a bamboo. That's expensive.
It's at least $800.
Bamboos are expensive, but yeah, we are revamping the pod in the sense that we are still going to share things that we learned from the East and the West, but we're going to get guests. We are going to get our favorite comics in the pod, just spice things up because we love them. We love them, and we're going to showcase them
I mean, we got
to
some
our
funny
fans.
friends. We got some funny
We got
friends,
the
too.
best. We're in New York, so we have the best, funniest comedy friends of all time, and I feel like the podcast can use some of that, and we're still gonna do a lot of solo stuff, and we're all both on tour. We have new episodes on Patreon. Join that patreon.com.
Yep. Patreon.com/ Culture Clash Comedy Pod.
It's cooking every week, bonus eps.
And if you have a guest that you want to see, YouTube, drop it in the comments below. You've made it this far. You're 3 minutes in. You're a fan.
Yeah, I mean, you're still watching. That's great.
that's
Because this
wild.
is gonna be full length from now on YouTube.
Yep.
Which we didn't do in the past. We're gonna do full length on YouTube. We still have TikTok, Instagram, Spotify,
And
Apple.
We also have to decide what happens when we get to like 100 Patreon members. Comment. Let us know.
We should joust. We should joust.
Jousting would be really funny.
We talked about jousting. We never did it, but
No.
we gotta joust.
Well, we never got to 100.
If people, because we have questions for the guests that we get. So if you join Patreon, we'll create a thread for suggestions of what we should do.
Yeah.
If we hit 100, and they can let us know.
Yeah. So get in there.
Has to be something culture clashy.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yes.
If I win like arm wrestling with Dan, I think the East wins, right?
And then we'll just rename it like the Bangladeshi podcast.
I think
If you win, winner gets to rename the podcast.
I cannot imagine winning arm wrestling, but maybe chess.
Yeah, you could probably beat me in chess. Pretty bad right now.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But what's going on in the week of Dan Pozzello?
We got a week. What a week. And here's the thing about living in New York right now. The weather is perfect.
It's hot.
Nope.
You're
it's
joking.
Perfect. This weather is fucking perfect.
Dude,
80 degrees, humid as fuck.
Yeah.
Perfect weather.
I have friends in like Texas. They're like, it's 110.
Yeah.
It's 110. I don't understand. Did you know this? In Florida, a weatherman got fired because on TV he said the heat is due to climate change.
Uh-huh.
And his boss got really mad. It's like, don't say climate. You're supposed to report on the weather. And he was like, I was.
Yeah.
And he got fired for that.
Wow.
He got fired for saying climate. His boss says, don't say climate change. You should say changing climate.
Okay.
It's like the same
Little
thing they
softer.
did with like minorities, like colored people to person of color. They're doing that with weather now.
It's the exact same thing. We're at the, hey, we can't do anything to stop it, so let's just rearrange these words a little bit. Do like a 20-year revamp.
Yeah. I like it. So yeah, the weather is hot. What's going on with that? It's hot and humid. Is that the week in Dan Ponzello's life?
How about this? Here's what the thing that the smoke did in New York is every time I go outside and there's not smoke choking my lungs, I'm like thankful and I feel pretty good.
That's good.
That is, if you are having like down days, bad days, go to a place that gets smoke. You'll be sad on those days. Nobody's denying that. But on the days that you don't get smoke, I'm literally like whistling Dixie, walking down the street, doing tap dancing.
Yeah. I have a friend who was complaining about the weather. I'm like, you vape. You know what I mean? Like, you can't complain about the weather if you also vape. You know, like the orange outside, that's how we feel every time you take a hit of your mango jewel. It's orange inside right now. I cannot see your face. You cannot complain.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it's like kind of dying down in New York. Not as, but my girlfriend got a new pup.
That's a big week.
New puppy.
It's a big thing in the week.
It's a puppy.
Yeah.
It's a puppy.
Are we ready to?
It's a puppy.
Can we reveal the hilarious thing that happened in the lobby of your building with the new puppy?
What happened? Tell us.
Okay. Shafi's got a new puppy. Shafi's girlfriend has a new puppy.
Yes, I am just assisting her with the puppy. I do not take ownership.
Shafi,
all right? I do not own puppies.
Shafi has an unpaid nannying position with a puppy.
Yes, unpaid, completely just like volunteer based.
Yeah. For the love of the game, the puppy's the cutest. It's a golden retriever puppy.
It's a golden retriever.
The cutest type of animal that's ever been, even though
it looks like a lion.
Yeah.
The other day I woke up and it was like on my face and I was like, oh my God, it's a lion. For a second, I was like, it's a lion attacking me.
Yeah.
And it was just puppy.
Mm-hmm. But here's one thing. So we got two things to say. There's a real funny story I want to get to.
Yes.
Here's the thing about golden retrievers, though. Their purity, their white racial purity,
it's scary.
Every golden retriever vibes me as like a little racist.
But it's the nicest. It's like doesn't even. I like my girlfriend has a pup. My girlfriend's brother has a golden retriever. Mm-hmm. They're the best dogs I've ever. I don't think they're white because they're too nice. You know what I mean? It's not even possible to be white.
They can't.
They're
be
like
supremacists.
they're like a specific. It's like they're like. I mean, a combination of Martin Luther King and Jesus Christ, I would say. They're just like too nice.
Yep.
Turns the other cheek. My girlfriend's pup, she's like it's a female.
Yep.
Every time she's at a dog park, she will like submit. She just lie down, and then dogs are just like pounding on her. She's like, "I'll take it. I'll take it."
We on this podcast, we lift up women.
We do.
We lift up women dogs.
We lift up. That's numero uno priority
on here
of this pod.
Yeah.
Get a female pup. Get a female pup.
I thought it was like female empowerment.
Oh, okay. Get a female pup. And then watch Barbie, all right? Because we watched Barbie together, and it was
and going back to
good.
It, so we watched the Barbie.
We watched the Barbie.
We'll save
the Barbie.
We'll
save the Barbie.
I think that might be a Patreon discussion.
Okay,
because I got ideas.
All right.
The Barbie happens. We both feel a certain way about the Barbie. We're feeling good.
We're feeling good
about the Barbie.
Kind of tensed. Kind of scared. I'm not gonna lie. Do they even need us?
Yeah. We go up, we get your pup from your apartment. We walk down the stairs, completely forgetting that by being away from the puppy has not peed in 3 hours.
Right.
We get to the lobby of the hotel. This beautiful, pure baby girl golden retriever pees
immediately
in the lobby. Not on the elevator, which would have been way more difficult to deal with.
You know what? She's white. You know why? We didn't even have to clean it because she's so cute.
Yes.
The doorman was like, I will clean it.
Yeah.
I will clean your puppy's mess. You go get food. Go get food.
Day.
Go to the dog park. You don't need to do this.
I'd like to see a black lab try and do that.
Yeah,
in the lobby of a Brooklyn apartment building.
No.
Pee and then have people be excited about it.
They will make the black lab lick his own pee.
Yeah. He'd be like, you got clean this
you
up,
gotta clean yourself. Yeah.
Your puppy pees, not your puppy, your girlfriend's puppy pees, and then immediately lays down in it.
Yeah.
Cutest thing. That's a cute way to handle.
And then we had to she had to give her a bath.
Yeah.
And I had to see it.
We dragged her out.
The puppy was good though. We got food.
Yeah.
And just like chilled.
How about this?
The entire time.
We get food. There's a fucking guy. Because the meal is good.
Yes, the meal was really good.
The meal was really good.
It was just a vegan.
It's my wife, Shafi's girlfriend's dog. We're eating vegan.
Yes.
There's a guy at the table next to us.
Slapping his puppy.
Slapping a dog.
Slapping his own dog.
In Brooklyn.
And we saw that.
Yeah.
We didn't know who to call.
No.
Because can you call 911 for that?
Listen.
Hey, 911, we have an emergency. What is it? I see a man slapping his own dog.
Yep.
Is that domestic abuse? But it was outdoors.
It was outdoors. I don't know.
I don't even know where that falls.
We did nothing. It should be.
We did nothing.
We didn't do anything to stop it.
We took note. We whispered.
I think that guy's hitting his dog.
Look what he's doing. Yeah. And Kona was just like, that's the pup's name. Just chilling. Mm-hmm. Just chilling, not caring about... What if she got scared? It's like, is this what humans do? Because she has never seen that.
No.
Is that what humans do, the slap?
If you're ever out in public and you have your dog and you see a piece of shit guy hitting their dog, you point at your dog and you hold his little puppy eyes and you say, "That I could do that. I won't. I won't. You lucked out."
Dude, people beat their pups.
Yeah, people beat their pups.
Wait, why?
Because I'd imagine probably sleep.
I think, you know what? I saw this or heard this, because dog walkers, they have to like walk like 10 dogs at a time.
Yeah.
And obviously not all dogs will get along, so they'll like beat them.
Okay.
To like be like, you gotta get along. Mm-hmm. It's like a very,
I always
very
wondered
Eastern.
Very Eastern.
Very Eastern of them. Eastern parenting.
I always wonder, because in the comedy community, we know dog walkers.
Oh yeah,
that's like a job.
I mean, Jeff, our last guest,
watched the episode. It was a great episode.
Great ep. Yeah. He was a dog walker.
He was a dog walker.
Be a dog walker. Now look at him. Touring the nation.
Touring the nation.
Funny guy.
Walking a dog is a pretty wild profession. But you bring up a good point. I'm trying to. So it's a capitalist society. We're all capitalist pigs. You know,
love
oink,
that.
oink, oink.
Join the Patreon.
Join the Patreon. If I'm a dog walker, I'm walking 10 dogs at once. But then now I'm hitting dogs.
You're hitting dogs.
You're hitting dogs to try and get them, to play a lot, like to hang out and not be.
It's like dog fighting is illegal, but that's not.
No,
because no one knows.
Yeah. So what we're saying is, all dog walkers hit their dogs. Don't trust them. Right?
Yeah. I think so. I mean, that shouldn't be a profession.
Yeah.
It's like, why are they walking your dogs?
Yeah.
You got the dog. You walk the dog.
I think that's the only benefit of I've heard Gary Goldman describe it, because he has like real severe depression.
Helps.
And he was like, "What do you do?"
My girlfriend keeps smiling all day.
Yeah.
She loves it.
The walking, that's like good exercise. You have to walk your dog. That's like mandatory exercise. I think that's like a net positive.
Sure. I mean, it's good because it's like it structures your entire day. You gotta walk the dog at least 4 times. It's a pup. Yeah. 4 times. You got to walk the dog, take it to the dog park, play along, throw the tennis balls a few times. That's exercise right there.
Yeah.
You literally got yourself a job, which you have to do because you love the thing. Because you get attached to pups pretty quick. They're cute, which is how they get you. If they weren't cute, I mean.
If dogs did the Benjamin Button, where they started like old and then got cuter, I don't think humans would have
You
dogs.
knew that dogs came from wolves? You knew this?
Dogs came from wolves, yeah.
Their DNA matching is like 99.9%.
Yeah.
That's too much.
There's some really interesting things about human history where it's like, why do we have dogs? And there's not really a good explanation of like, here's when we got dogs. Here's why we have them. Like, they're just there.
Right. I mean, we got them to like hunt.
Yeah.
And then we like what they're doing. And then over time we had guns. We're like, we still like them.
Yeah, you promote them too.
I mean, the guns are just dogs in your hand.
Yeah, that's
You're
exactly
just
right.
like shooting. You're shooting dogs. That's a dog. You're shooting a dog.
Oh
dude.
my God, guns are just dogs in your hand.
Yeah, that's AK-47. That was a husky back in the day. Dude.
It was.
That was a husky.
Guns are just dogs in your hands.
What's happening in the world?
What's happening in the world?
Can I tell you what's going on right now?
Yeah, let's hear it from
Eastland.
Do
you know this? Can we do a role play of this? There's a. Do you know about spiritual healers?
Spiritual healers.
What comes to mind when you hear the word spiritual? What? It's a job in a lot of countries.
Yeah.
What country would you think, guys? If you had to get, what country do you think this article is from? This news is coming from?
Spiritual healers.
Yeah.
It's so wild. It's either like the mountains of Nepal.
Okay.
Or it's Bushwick down the corner.
Sudan.
Like down the street. Okay,
Sudan.
Yep.
And so what comes to mind when you think about spiritual healer? Like, what are they doing?
I'm thinking you're lighting candles.
You gotta have candles.
Number one.
It's so weird that how close spiritual healers and romantic dinners work. It's like a Venn diagram. It's in the middle. You do the same thing. You do the same exact thing.
You play music.
You gotta play music.
Flowers.
Some crystals.
Crystals. You get some candles.
Candle is huge.
Yeah.
What's your go-to candle flavor?
Oh God, my wife's mom, so my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Sells candles.
She's a
candle
salesperson.
Candle salesman in Australia.
Goodness.
That's why, and
thriving business. Should we get them to sponsor the pod? What are we
candles,
doing?
Yes.
New sponsor. Shout out.
Here's what you gotta. The reason that candles sell very well in Australia is because the country is so flammable.
That's true.
So you gotta, if your house is about to catch fire,
you gotta at least make it scenty.
Yeah, have some sense.
Good sense. It's your childhood pictures are dying, but at the end, grapefruit.
You wake up in the middle of the night, you're like, oh my god, it's so hot. Is that? I think that's cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Yeah. Where's the and then you say, "Where's the family? Come on, everybody, get out of here." But
right.
I think that's like
cinnamon.
I think that's
cinnamon.
Birthday cake.
That's what I say. Like, if I had to burn something, I mean, that's what they're missing from the burials. Like when you cremate, send it out.
Oh god.
Business idea. Take it and go. If you're a startup guy, scented cremation.
Yes.
Am I right?
I think that's...
The ashes?
Yeah.
The ashes, like you bring your grandma back, it's all like ashy and shit. You take a sniff, mango forest. Miss grandma already.
Why are they not doing that?
You gotta. Okay, so spiritual healers in Sudan. Apparently... You'll be shocked after you hear this.
Let's hear it.
I promise you'll be shocked. You won't even believe what I have to say. Spiritual healers in Sudan are coaxing their clients into having intercourse.
Okay.
Isn't that shocking?
Yep.
No. Let us play this out, okay? I am a spiritual healer in Sudan, and you come to my office.
Okay.
You come in.
So I'm walking it. Hey, I've got like back pain.
No, you got bad spirits. What are you talking? I'm a spiritual healer. I'm not a chiropractor. You got bad spirits. You're possessed with demons.
You were like, let's role play, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna tell you problems that I have.
Yeah, I have back pain.
Okay, all right.
The back pain. You have back pain because the demons.
Yes.
The demons are crawling towards your spine.
Yes.
And the only way you can be fixed is if you jerk me off. All right?
Yep.
My semen is so potent.
Yep.
Once it hits the back of your epiglottis, you will be fixed.
That
was very graphic, and I apologize.
We should say
more
that
to
for
come
Patreon.
in the Patreon.
If you think that's gross, I mean,
imagine what's coming.
So much grosser.
Imagine what's coming up.
So spiritual healer in Sudan is saying, hey,
what's another thing you'd want to see? That let's do another role play.
Okay.
You come into my office.
Okay. Hey there, I've got. I think I'm possessed.
You're possessed?
Yeah.
The only way you'll be healed is if you jerk me off and you take my semen and rub it all off.
Well, one would hope that you would hide that at least until I've like filled out the forms.
Yeah, we don't take forms.
At least
we don't take. We don't even need money.
Hang on. If we're critiquing role playing, you got to the jerk off before I even handed the money over.
Yeah,
that's not good juju. That's bad spiritual healing.
It's actually a regulated industry.
Okay, jerk off spiritual healing?
I don't know.
Healing,
the government doesn't know the jerk off.
Okay.
They just think it's
what the government doesn't know won't hurt them.
The government thinks the government just thinks that's a very potent herb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a herb mixture of like earth. You know, earthy white.
Yeah, earthy white.
Earthy white ceramic.
That's the name. That's probably the name of the spiritual healers.
Earthy white. Yeah. On Instagram
at Earthy White.
Earthy White.
So that's the whole thing. There's just spiritual healers in Sudan jerking people off.
News broke out. There was like 2 guys who like at least sexually assaulted so many different people. It's unreal, dude. I couldn't believe it. I mean,
they were just prolific. It was like
they're just like out there. I mean, they have been really trying to heal. You know, the nation needs to come together.
That's like the exact opposite of spiritual healing.
I mean,
that's like I'm gonna give you demons for the rest of your life.
If I went to a spiritual healer who's a lady, and she was like, and one of my I don't have an ACL, right?
No.
And that's a huge problem. She's like, oh, like the demons stole your ACL.
Demons, yeah,
they stole it, obviously.
Yeah, not the basketball court.
You got an MRI. The demons pushed you when you were playing.
Yeah,
and the
because
ACL
your balance is so good.
Balance was off. So the way to center your balance is if you go down on me. Like I get that. I mean, it's my fault that I showed up at your doorstep to begin with.
And I should have known with the candles and the herbs.
Yeah,
now.
And then her name was Arti White.
Yeah, we've got some weird. Because I saw something on the news.
What is it? What's going on?
What's
going on in the West? Yeah. Tell us.
Okay, this is maybe the most American way to die. It is Texas hiker died at Utah National Park while scattering father's ashes.
Wait, was it scented?
No, that's why it was. I think it was just stinky ashes.
That's the problem.
He opened the ashes.
So it was
like,
okay.
Oh, God.
So it was a hiker in Texas.
Yeah.
And what was he doing?
He was scattering his father's ashes.
What mountain was this?
At a park. Let me pull it up.
It's a mountain.
It was just like a regular hiking.
Regular trail.
Yeah.
It was just himself.
So he was a Texas hiker.
Why is this news?
He was a Texas hiker. He was at Utah. He died scattering his father's ashes.
He died?
He died, yeah.
Like he fell?
He was 66, the guy scattering the ashes. He's from Austin. He was found dead near a trail at Utah National Park. Journeyed to spread his father's ashes. I felt bad, and then it was like the Sand Dune Arch Trail takes hikers to a hidden arch. The hike is less than half a mile round trip.
What?
Park officials rank it as an easy hike.
That's not even possible.
That takes
half
about
a mile?
15 to 30 minutes. And I think he died of heat stroke.
Oh, so it has nothing to do with the hike.
He had his father's ashes. He's hiking, and he says, God, I am thirsty.
Why do you think he was doing it? Was his dad from Utah? Did he, like, as a child, like, they went to that trail, and, like, his dad, like, told him, like, hey, son, when I die, make sure you come and spread my ashes?
I think the dad wanted the son to spread the ashes in Reno, Nevada.
I'm your dad in that scenario, right?
Yeah.
I'm your dad, and I'm about to die. All right.
Okay.
You're in I'm in the ICU.
Okay.
I'm dying.
The son, you're the dad.
I'm the dad, and I don't have an ACL. It's an ACL related injury. It's the demons are coming up and taking all my organs slowly.
Yeah.
It's terminal.
Yeah.
They come for the ACL, and you don't say anything. They come for the other stuff.
Okay. So you're the dying dad.
I'm dying dad, and I'm like, son, I know you have that trip to Utah lined up.
Yep, real excited for it, Dad.
And you know, like how we used to hike back in the day.
Yeah, like
half a mile at a time. You remember that?
Yep.
We hiked that one time. It was like in half mile.
Yeah, I think I remember.
Do you know how
it was a long time ago?
They called it the easy one, but us, we struggled. Both of us struggled because I don't have an ACL. Yeah, it's a hard hike without an ACL.
We both struggled. Yep.
And it was a beautiful moment because you jerked me off on that hike. Do you remember that?
Is he the spiritual healer?
Remember that? How you jerked me off, and it was you said that my ACL would come back, but it didn't. Remember that? Listen, I'm dying, and the only thing I would want you to do is
we're in Sudan, right now.
We're in Sudan because
I want you to go back to Utah.
I want you to go to Utah and
a real easy hike.
Spread the ashes like you spread my seed.
Yeah. And my ashes might be stinky, so here's
a $1 million idea.
Thank you, Dad, for the
cinnamon.
Yeah, thank you for the cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
I think that spreading your ashes, spreading your ashes, super American way to die. I think that's
spreading. Spreading just seems very it's like like when a dog just pees in random places to just mark your.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
You bring up a good point about the verb spreading. It's never like drizzle.
Yeah.
Spread is like...
Man-spread?
There's only a couple things that you spread in your life. It's mayonnaise.
Man-spread?
It's man-spreading.
Man-spreading?
Spreading ashes.
Spreading ashes,
I think scatter, you could... But I think spreading ash... I spread his ashes in the place.
Would you ever spread your ash?
Already do, man.
Oh, shit.
Let's just say...
You're a spreader.
Let's just say I've been spreading my ashes. That's my news. And then how about I want to talk. There's a new segment we're doing. This segment, fuck up of the week.
What did you do?
What did I fuck up?
What did you do? Again?
Here it is. My wife.
Oh no.
very explicitly said, hey, maybe you got a free Saturday night. Let's do something.
Oh, no. You don't say that to a comic.
She says that.
He's a working comic. Yes. A Saturday?
I have a Saturday off.
That's like asking your friend who's about to get married to hang out with you at the arcade.
Yes.
He's getting married.
Yes.
He cannot play ping pong.
It's on the clock.
He's a comic. You ask for a Sunday.
On a Saturday night
maybe a Tuesday.
Saturday night hang.
You cannot ask for a Saturday.
So she asked for the Saturday night hang. I say
that's like asking black people to hang out with you on Juneteenth.
Exactly.
Is that the same?
Nothing at all.
It's not the same.
In improv,
but it is.
You got a yes and.
It is the same.
So she's like, "Hey, you're free Saturday night. Let's do a hang."
And you're working. He's a working guy.
I'm in
He's
demand.
Touring.
I'm in demand. She says, and you...
Was it 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.? Tell me it wasn't 7 p.m. Tell me it was 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Then tell me it was either 5 to 7 or 10:30 to 12. I will accept that. I met this girl. I met his wife. Nice lady. She's a nice... I like her.
Yes.
Then I like her.
It was...
But 7 to 10 is ridiculous.
Okay. She says, let's hang out. So I don't have a problem with that necessarily. Here's the thing. Big week. I had a big week of shows.
Tons of shows.
Shows everywhere.
Packed.
And I was like, yeah, night off would be. I had a show. It was Friday night.
This must have... I don't care what you... It must be good. What did you do?
So she says, and, how about maybe you can figure out what we do?
You said that to her.
She says that to me.
Oh, no.
We get to Saturday morning.
Oh, no.
And she was like, have you had time to think about, what we're going to do?
Yeah, I'm thinking about my career. How about that? I'm thinking about posting content that you don't really help me with. Yeah. How about that?
So she goes, have you
Emily,
thought about
I love
it?
you. Emily, I love you.
She's like, have you thought about it? And I was like, no, I haven't.
Yes. That's a huge.
Oh
my
up.
God. Did you fight the entire day?
When you get an explicit...
Tell me you added a show last second.
Oh, yeah, I gotta go. When you get an explicit request, hey, let's hang out, that's one thing.
Yeah.
You block out the time for that. So I block out the time. We're hanging out.
Right.
The explicit request of, hey, and maybe this time you do, because my wife, she's the planner. She plans a bunch. I love her to death.
Love her.
She goes, maybe you plan this time.
Right.
That is, you should drop everything and plan at that moment.
Right.
Because you're going to forget.
100%.
Things pop up in life. You think, oh, I got like one idea. I got two ideas.
Right.
Because then even if you have a good idea and you have to present it like, I thought about this. Here it is.
Sure.
Can't be like a vibe thing.
Sure.
So we went and got soft serve ice cream at a place that she recommended.
Shut up.
And that was it. Yeah.
What time was this? What time was it then? Please tell me it was outside like, 7 after 10. What time was this?
It was probably like 8 p.m.
No, primetime show, baby.
How about this? I'm filming. I have a sketch I'm filming the next morning.
What?
So it's a full. I don't want you worried about my career. It was a full weekend of comedy. I have like a 3-hour window where it was like nothing.
Right.
So we got ice cream because I didn't come up with good enough plans.
Was it
was on me.
What flavor was it?
Fuck up of the week. We went to an Australian place called Dudley's. Lower East Side.
Right.
Is
she happy with it?
She's Australian.
Yeah. I know she's Australian. She's happy with the ice cream?
You got to go to the motherland. How about this? I like my ice cream. I do a good order.
Yeah, and she tries yours.
She's not thrilled with her ice cream.
What did she get?
She got like some honey. Honey thing.
Honey ice cream?
And
what, do you have, a cough?
Yeah.
What?
What are you, a spiritual healer?
Honey?
Yeah. So that was my monumental fuck up. My wife could not have been more explicit.
How did you remedy that? How did you fix it?
I don't
You just be like, I'll just go wherever you're.
Exactly.
Thanks for the.
how about this?
Thanks for the suggestion.
I schedule a double date. Me, her, 2 friends.
Okay.
So that's coming up next week.
Whenever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next week.
So that's a go to
the only way to get out.
You fuck up, and then you give them 2 more people to deal with. You deal with it. We planned it.
You spread it out.
You spread it. You
get
man
more-
spread.
you get more
people
people
in.
involved.
So
That's
like at
exactly
least you
correct.
can together hate them.
Yeah.
And be like, those people are weird.
Yeah. So now I have to figure out what 4 people are going to do.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
a lot.
I get that. That's a fuck up. I get that completely in a relationship.
Totally my fault.
Totally your fault.
Yeah.
But 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Unreasonable. Unreasonable.
Those are blackout times.
Those are crazy hours.
Yeah.
All right. My fuck up. I tried pottery with the lady.
Okay.
We tried pottery. I've never tried it.
Yep.
Never done. Have you done it? Pottery?
No, I have not.
Never done pottery.
No.
Okay. I did. First time. Never.
And you keep talking. I gotta check the camera real quick.
Go
Keep talking.
check the camera. It was pottery, and it was a 7 p.m. to 10. No, it was early morning, 10 to 12, outside my window, and it was like a lady. It was like a young girl, like 17-year-old.
Who's teaching the pottery.
She was teaching the pottery.
Okay.
17-year-old, 18, about to go to college.
Yeah.
18. She was 18, about to go to college. She asked me what I did. We talked about that for a bit. But she comes to the class late. She was late
So she.
to her own class.
Okay.
We paid full price.
That's a lot.
Sweet lady.
Yeah.
Girl. I don't know.
Sweet girl.
Late
Little girl.
Little girl. And she was like, who has thrown before? And I didn't know what that meant.
Thrown.
It's called throwing. Did you know this?
Oh, nope.
Pottery, because
I
you
now
have a wheel.
Yep.
And you throw. You throw
But isn't it just
the clay.
Isn't it gliding? Isn't it like
Yeah, so you throw it and
Oh,
it's
you gotta
spinning
chuck it.
in
Okay.
the center.
Okay.
It's like a centripetal force. It's like moving vigorously.
Yes.
It's like, have you seen like the front of a jet engine? It's like that.
Yeah.
It's very fast. You shove the clay in there. It's like a bullseye.
Yep.
To shove it in, and then that's called throwing.
And do they put an emphasis on like really fucking tomahawk it down?
No, they say like make sure you show that patriarchy. You know what I mean? You gotta throw hard.
Yeah.
And it was just I was the only guy. I was
Yeah.
the only guy.
So you have to show up for men.
I gotta represent.
Yeah.
And it was like a big Barbie weekend.
Yes.
So I was like, I
You
can't.
were like, teacher, I need a new board because I just split mine in fucking half.
Dude, you get unlimited clay.
Yeah.
Because they know you're not gonna be doing well. So
Yeah.
I throw it. It was not even in this. It was outside the center. It was like
Okay.
kind of because there's nothing in between me and I still couldn't chuck
Yeah.
it in the middle.
Not a good look. Not a
And
good look.
then so like you can just keep getting more clay,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can keep and I was like just people are making like vase. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're making like ashtrays.
They're throwing heat.
I mean, everyone is just making beautiful things around me. And
Yeah.
I'm just like throwing clay
Yeah.
one after the other.
Still chucking, yep.
And then I gave up on making a pot. I wanted to make a pot for a plant. We're plant
Yep.
guys.
Plant guys,
We're
yep.
soft boys.
Huge.
We love
plant guys.
plants.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to make a pot with a hole for the drain and then I'll make a saucer. That was
Yeah.
the plan.
That's a lot of moving parts.
I made a veiny cock. That's what I ended up making. A veiny. I was folding it with both hands. I was giving it veins. And my girlfriend sees this on us. So she's like, what are you making? I was like holding this huge.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest
like
cock
the,
I
the
would.
microphone size cock. Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
probably bigger. But it was like, I was
Talk into the cock.
I was-
They can't hear you.
I was like jerking it.
Yeah.
And she sees this and she's like, what are you doing? I was like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm making us a fucking present.
I'm making you
us
a present.
Yeah, I'm making us something cool.
I'm making her a present for I'm doing comedy between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. And you're lonely at home and
Yeah.
you can take this and
those
think
are
about
blackout
me.
dates. You can look at your plant and think of me. How about that?
Right.
Yeah.
So I was, and then she smooshes it.
She smushed her cock?
She punches the cock.
Can't do
Couldn't even
that.
take a picture for the fans.
Yeah.
All my fans have been like waiting, like, hey, when will you see like a sculpture of, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a life-size exact replica of my huge
Schwanz.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
she just mushes it. And the instructor comes around. She's like, what are you doing? It's your 4th clay puddle.
Wow.
And I was like, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm so sorry. She's like, I'm going to stand here and we'll work through this. And then she made a pot and then said that you made the pot. She said that to the class. She's like, look at
you made it.
Look at what Shafi made. I didn't even touch that thing. She makes it. She takes it off, and then she's like, class, look what Shafi made. And I was like, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's my work.
She has to worry about the bruised egos of people in that class.
I was like,
and what's the end result? Are you happy with the pot?
I'm not happy with my incompetence. But
no, put the incompetence aside. How is the pot?
We have a pot. We have a pot made by the lady teacher who
shows up late.
Nice girl.
Yeah.
Studying engineering next year. Asked me engineering course. She's like, you're an engineer. You can't even make this.
Yeah.
And I was like,
chemical.
These
aren't chemicals.
This is clay. What are we doing? It's just
not a fucking chemical in the house.
I'm not. I asked her like, oh, like when you go to the beach, do you like work with sand? Do you make sandcastles? She was like, I've never made that before. I'm like, it's not a crazy question to ask. Like, you work with clay.
She looked at me. She's like, what? Idiot.
What an idiot.
Like clay and sand are
pottery
remotely similar.
And then
in smell or size or shape, they're nothing alike.
Yeah, but so next time, I mean, this is for the fans of the culture clashers. If you're taking a pottery class with a girlfriend,
here's a decree.
Just don't make a penis. All right, because she will get upset, and the teacher's going to get upset.
She'll call the teacher over. The teacher will come over,
and everyone's going to look at you and know that you did not make anything, and they'll not say anything.
Yeah,
and that's the worst part. I'd rather have you say something.
And then the teacher will hold it up and emasculate you.
Yeah,
in front
look
of
what he made. I didn't even touch that.
She was winking the whole time. Look at what this fucko made.
Look what he made.
God, I hate 17-year-old girls.
What are you watching? Any reading? What are you doing? What's going on?
So we wrapped on the 4-page Lyndon Johnson quad book. I wrapped it.
You wrapped it.
I wrapped
up. LBJ.
I wrapped. I'm all up.
You're done.
I've reached enlightenment on the topic of Lyndon Baines Johnson.
What's something that people should know about him?
He would shit with the door open.
LBJ is the same guy who... People should know this. He's the one who passed the Immigration
Civil Rights Act.
65. Good guy.
Oh, he passed an Immigration Act too?
Right?
I don't know.
Well, that's the Immigration Act.
The 4 books stop with him being like 7 weeks into the White House. So the 5th book about his entire White House is still in development. That guy is... It's Robert Caro who wrote it. He's like 90 years old.
So you read 4 of his books,
and I have 1 book left.
And you didn't even know that he touched.
So I didn't get to.
Act.
We didn't even get. They just
what
talked
did you
about
learn? His childhood.
What happens? Kennedy gets assassinated. That's like a whole fucking.
But why is LBJ talking about that? If for the Eastern fans, Kennedy president 63 gets shot. Everybody.
Yeah.
And then
what makes him so special? Everybody gets shot in America.
Everybody gets shot.
Yeah. This was a time when people getting shot was a way bigger deal.
Yeah. I mean, he was a president, so that's kind of a big deal. Yeah. And then LBJ comes into play.
LBJ. Yep.
LBJ, not LBG. That's like
LBJ,
someone else.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Combine
Ruth Bader Ginsburg and LBJ.
But then LBJ was the VP.
He comes takes in, and he's president for like 5 or 6 years, something like that.
Yeah, crushes it.
I'll leave this. I don't know if I can recommend the series. If you like history, it's very good. If you don't, it will literally be torture.
Right.
So don't read it. Here's my LBJ fact. I'll keep it short. He shit with the door open.
Shut up.
He would shit with the door open.
And his wife would see this.
He was very mean to his wife. He would do it
in the White House.
I don't know.
Or in like a hotel, like La Quinta Inn.
Yeah, he would do it in his Senate office building when he was in the Senate, when he was in the House. He would do it to staffers to purposefully emasculate them and let them know who was boss.
Oh, is it the same thing as look what Shafi made?
Yes, exactly.
Same thing.
Lyndon Baines Johnson and the 17-year-old girl who did your pottery lesson are both emasculating people.
Yeah.
And that's a big dick move. If you got it, if you want to really make somebody feel like shit, take a shit with the door open and make like your subordinate do stuff. He would like dictate. He would be like, "Hey, I'm thinking of a speech.
Yeah.
I've got an idea." And he'd be on the toilet. He'd be like, "Write this down. And these people who are brilliant people around him were just like, God, fuck, I cannot believe I'm doing this.
It's like not even crazy to me because back in the day, all the kings would just shit during like they're getting advice from their what did they have back in the day?
Scribes.
Like people, they would have like psychs.
Yeah.
Psychs, palm readers, tarot readers, psychics.
Yeah.
And they would be the ones advising the king, and they're like taking a shit. So it's like same thing.
Yeah.
But it was in the 60s.
In the 60s, yeah. So presidents, everybody's like, oh, this president sucks. This president sucks. Is the current president shitting and forcing people to work while he's shitting? No. Okay, that's progress. We're doing all right.
Right. Yeah. That's a good way to look at it.
So that's the Lyndon Johnson quad book, Robert Caro. Read it if you like history. I'm recommending it. Like, it's a fucking Pulitzer Prize winner. But yeah. I really enjoyed it. The 4 books.
Do you like LBJ?
He's really complicated.
Yeah. I mean, who isn't? Every president.
He passes the Civil Rights Act.
Sure.
And then he also does a bunch of other shitty stuff.
He fails to stop Vietnam, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't really do anything with that.
And his whole career up until passing the Civil Rights Act, he was vehemently anti-civil rights.
Yeah.
The whole time.
This is what I watched. Recommendation.
Yes.
If you want it, watch it. There's a new Netflix doc. Enjoyed it thoroughly. It's called Poisoned. The dirty truth about your food.
Yep. Shafi's you're a clean eater. You
know
eat clean.
Do you know about this doc?
I know that this probably got you revved up because you eat clean.
I love a good food doc. I mean, I obsess over them.
Yes.
Every new information, I'm like, that's out from my life. Every new doc. So you know about the E. coli outbreaks.
E. coli?
E. coli, you know about this?
I ate at Chipotle while that E. coli outbreak was going on.
I remember this. I was in college.
No lines.
I was in college.
Yeah.
Beautiful. No lines. You go in, go out.
Which also was probably the fucking mecca of Chipotle time.
Oh, sure.
What year was that? 2013?
2013. Yeah, I was in college. I know that. It was between 2012 and 2016.
Golden age.
Golden age of Chipotle.
It is so bad now compared to what it was then. 2013 was unbelievable time for
they just
Chipotle.
didn't grow as a company. They just like stagnated.
Yeah.
And it's like very interesting to see. But this documentary kind of talks about how Jack in the Box, you know about this?
Nope.
Back in the 90s, Jack in the Box were the first ones to get this E. coli outbreaks. People are dying left and right. They were like, and they had this burger that was supposed to be cooked at 155 Fahrenheit.
Yep.
But they weren't cooking it to that temperature. And then obviously, if you don't cook something that well, E. coli remains
on a scale
active.
Of thousands, hundreds of thousands of burgers.
So the gist of the documentary is pretty much how the food industry, like when you're selling stuff, cooking stuff, it's being regulated by 3 different agencies. The USDA is one of them, agricultural FDA is one of them, and then you have the food and safety inspector. So they don't really talk amongst themselves. So people kind of get, wiggle room, and they like find ways to kind of cut costs. Huge lobbyists.
Yeah.
Lobbyists are huge. And so like the point of all of this is, don't buy lettuce. Don't buy lettuce. I don't even understand. I ranted about lettuce before.
Yeah.
I don't like lettuce.
I
don't even know.
Spinach doesn't have E. coli. Yeah,
love spinach. Lettuce is useless.
Yeah.
How are this? I don't understand lettuce.
Yeah.
It's iceberg.
Yeah.
That same thing. Titanic.
Yeah.
You can't eat that.
No. The shit is sinking ships.
So
and we eat it?
And you think you're better than that?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
So lettuce, E. coli, avoid it. If you are a meat eater, make sure to cook it to perfect temperature. I would recommend. It was very good. I liked it. And
the documentary is called Poisoned.
Poisoned.
Nice.
Just watch it with your loved ones. That's all I'm gonna say. Just watch the people you love.
Yeah.
Make sure they watch it.
Let them know.
Poisoned.
Yeah. And it's
big things coming up in the pod.
Big things coming up in the pod.
We have Patreon. What's the Patreon website called? Patreon.com/
Yeah. Well, before we talk about that, we got tours going on, and I got some tour stories.
Oh my God,
I want to
this
talk
guy.
about in the Patreon.
Oh my God, the story you told me that.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
we're
God.
gonna-
Okay.
We're gonna move over to the Patreon.
We gotta move over
to the Patreon. Patreon.com/Culture
Clash Comedy. Love that. My favorite website.
Yes.
I mean, I go there more than Pornhub. That's how much I like it.
So me and Shafi, we're doing live shows
Everywhere. We're going to take
Everywhere.
the 100 Patreon live show in New York City.
Patreon live show in New York City.
100%. That's a must.
Yes.
We're going to make it happen.
We'll do a live show, and it's all because of you. Thank you guys for supporting, sharing the stuff, and let's jump over to Patreon and get into some wild shit.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
See you guys.